That's kind of cool. I threw up. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fox Plays. Your host Fox, aka Alex, playing Necropolis. Playing it. Edit character. Daughter? Alright, whatever. Yeah. Oh, in the age before the phalanx. This is so hard to read. Because I keep trying to look at the other stuff happen, I guess. What kind of story was... Okay, whatever. Once more... I don't like the way it pops. It's kind of distracting. For about 5 hours. Yeah, this is this new game. It's meant to be like kind of like Dark Souls. It's got its own stamina meter and that. And you know how much I love Dark Souls. I'd probably talk about... How much... Whoops. Why did I do that? That's kind of cool. I threw up. I might start the episode with that. What do we got here? What are the controls? I like... Yeah, this is a game similar to like a Dark Souls style game. So, you know, I'm always... Oh yeah, same buttons. Alright, so... Yeah, so like I've been itching to play a Dark Souls game for so long. Because like ever since Dark Souls 3 finished, I've had this void in my heart. And the only way to fulfill that void is for more Dark Souls, and I'm looking forward to the DLC. To my audience out there, are you guys Dark Souls fans? Because I talk about Dark Souls too much. Like it's an obsession. I freaking love it. I'll tell you why Dark Souls is so special to me, I guess. All right. All right. Yeah, combat's... It's interesting. Oh, here we go. Better weapon, hopefully. Oh, they're all the same weapons anyway. Yeah, I guess why Dark Souls is so special to me. Well, I guess I start with Demon Souls because I played Demon Souls first. I'm not one of those people that when Dark Souls came on PC, they became the hardcore fans. I'm like, you're not hardcore fans. I've been playing it since Demon Souls, man. And I don't even know how I came across Demon Souls. I just remember my brother one day go, hey, here's Demon Souls, this game's hard. And I think I saw a review on Good Game and it looked interesting to me. This is Good Game's this Australian review show. Anyway, yeah, I played it and Demon Souls, and I just remember playing... Oh, I moved too quick. I just remember playing it and just feeling... like a sense of dread, and I absolutely loved... What am I doing? Collect creature droppings. Maybe he's like a quest giver or whatever. Yeah, so it just... I don't know how to put it into words. I need to like plan a video about why it's so important to me, Dark Souls. I want my full stamina bar back. It's a freaking pain in the ass having such low health. Yeah, so what it means to me was... I accidentally got hit. Damn. How do I... No, that guy in the... So I'm back to... Alright, he's dead. His weapon was way quicker. How do I get health back as well? I don't know. Power blade. I don't know. I'll learn this stuff later. I'm not in the mood right now to figure this stuff out. Yeah, I guess I played Demon Souls, and to me it's just the most obscure... I just never played anything like it in my life. It just felt so unusual and unique and different. And like I said, I don't know if I'd said it in this video or my other video, I don't really like fantasy settings that much. Like I like Lord of the Rings and I like Dragon Age. I think they're cool games. And what you know, Lord of the Rings is not a good. Not the Lord of the Rings game on Super Nintendo sucks. Don't ever play that. It's shit. It's just a joke. I didn't want to talk about that game right now. It's so bad. But yeah, what I wanted to say was that yeah, I played Demon Souls and it's just the first time I ever played something fantasy. I just thought it was like just so unique and fresh. And I absolutely just loved it. I fell in love with it, and I thought the settings looked cool. The bosses were awesome. And oh, that's right, I'm a huge boss guy addict. Like, just if a game was just all bosses, I'd be happy. And I guess that's what Shadow of the Colossus is. But geez, I'm getting wrecked. What are these guys? I'm just trying to get hits in and then get back. Oh, at least they can all, there's friendly fire in this game. Kind of like Battletoads. So I leveled up in this? I really need more stamina. Oh, they're fighting each other. I just want to kill this freaking golem guy. Got one. Yeah, so when I played Demon Souls, it just seemed so unique to me. I just never played anything like it. And when I played Demon Souls, because I had a really firm belief that I thought all the best games came on Super Nintendo, maybe some on PlayStation, maybe some on 64, but there was nothing on PS2 on the new generation that I thought was as special as that stuff. So I've always just been like, you know, I like games. I've always liked games and that. And that's probably why I got into indie gaming as well. But when I played Demon Souls, it just felt like it had the magic of the stuff that I used to play. Just that something special about it. And it just, my love only blossomed and grew from there. Especially when Dark Souls came out, I literally was counting down the days, and I died. Yeah, I was literally counting down the minutes, the days till it came out. I never ever done that with a game in a long time. Like if a game came out, I'd be like, oh yeah, I might get it. I'll get it that week. I had no excitement. But Dark Souls was the first time I was just like literally counting down the clock. Like time was going slow. I'm like, give me the fucking game. And I remember just watching non-stop. Like I think that was back when I used to have really bad insomnia and I was unemployed as well. Does it just go on forever? I'll try again. Yeah. So I remember when I played it. I was just like, oh no, sorry. I used to stay up all night watching Epic Name Bro, because he was like the only English-speaking player that had Dark Souls. Because obviously he lived in Japan and he was an English teacher, so he knew what he knew about the game. And I remember just watching every video just over and over again. I studied every minute of it, and I was just like so blown away by it. I literally just could not freaking wait. And like, I seriously have such fond memories of playing Dark Souls. I just think it's one of the best games ever made. And if you want to ask me what's my favorite Dark Souls, also what's my favorite Souls game, I honestly can't pick. And yeah, I can't. I love them all equally. I think they're all excellent games. All of them. I don't care how some people think. They don't like Dark Souls 2 because it doesn't have the same magic or whatever. I still like number 2 a lot, and that's never going to change. I always say when people ask me what's your favorite Souls game, I just go, it's like picking your favorite child. You know, you love them all equally, and that's what it's like to me. I love them all exactly, perfectly, equally. I like all of them have pros and cons, and if I had to pick one, still can't answer it. I love them all. Love them all. I'm very confused by this game. I actually might need to look up a walkthrough on this. It's got the same controls as Dark Souls, but it's got different mechanics, obviously. But yeah, like, I guess what do I like about each game? That might be a better reason. So why I like each game equally. I like Demon Souls, how the game's laid out. How it's, you teleport there, you go that way, you teleport that way. And I really like I really like World 3, the Valley of Defilement. That's not World 3, that's World 5. The Toxic World. I think that's the coolest. I know a lot of people hate that world, and especially level 5 too, the one where you're in the giant swamp. People fucking hate that level, but I think it's awesome. I've never played anything like it in my life. It's just so... I remember spending so many days on that bit, because it's just full of despair. And I never felt actual despair in my life. Like, I actually just felt like I don't want to be here anymore, but I kind of respected about it. And eventually, like, I actually know that world really well, like almost off by heart. Like, I feel like if you give me the game, I could probably do it almost blindfolded. I just know it so well. I've always loved that Valley of Defilement. And what else is there? And like World 3, like even though I don't like those the Cthulhu guys with the tentacles, they scare me. They actually do scare me. And I remember the first time playing, I was actually terrified of them. Oh, it was like the first time I played like an RPG, and it actually felt like a horror game. Like even though it was not a horror game, it just had like bits of horror in it. And it was really cool. That was so cool about it. Like I've never seen anything like that. And then just the monster designs was so fascinating. And like the world tendency and all that, it just had all these like obscure mechanics in the game that you have to like figure out. And I just never played anything like that. It just felt like, yeah, just back to my childhood of playing games and like figuring out what you have to do. And I remember just being absolutely blown away. But yeah, and then I guess Dark Souls, the world connectivity is amazing. Like you can't argue that. Like I absolutely love how the Ash Lake, there's so many cool areas in the game. And actually a lot of people who love Dark Souls, they go, oh, the game's good, but I don't like, obviously Bed of Chaos or Lost Izalith. Bed of Chaos, yeah, he's a bit of a shit boss. But like the rest of the game, I freaking love it. Like, yeah, I actually, like a lot of people, they falter for this and that. But I actually don't fault. The stuff that people complain about, the faults of the game, I don't even fault it for that. Actually the only thing I fought it for was being a bit too short, maybe. Maybe that's about it. But yeah, then Dark Souls 2, what I liked about it was just long. And I just liked how long it was. I liked how there's throwaway like dumb bosses that were easy, and then there was like hardcore bosses that were tough. And I liked all the secret quests in it and the optional bosses. And I liked how a lot of the game was optional, and I thought that was really cool about it. And especially like, even though I hate Dark Lurker, worst boss ever. Like, I hate him. He's so hard to kill. I'm not saying that he's bad boss does or anything. I just think he's just difficult. But I just think, yeah, he just looks cool, and it's just like a cool boss to fight. And then what else is there that I like? Oh, I just really like how long the game was. It just felt epic. And I liked how like the game starts off like you're in the, the giants area. And it's all about the giants, and then you kind of walk around the world doing other things, and then eventually you come back and you have to go into the giant's memory from the start of the game. I just thought that was really cool. Oh my god, this is hard. A plan is a failure in waiting. Yeah, so I like that about the game, and I understand why people don't like all the faults of it and that and yada yada yada, but I think people exaggerate the faults a bit too much. It's like I've never seen someone just bitch about a game so much in my life. I just didn't understand why I got the hate that people give it. And like if a lot of games were half as good as Dark Souls 2, then we would have half good games, because that's how good Dark Souls 2 was. It's so good. Like I think people compare it to Dark Souls. Actually, I'll give you a theory of mine, and correct me wrong, or you don't have to agree with it if you don't want. It's just my opinion. But I feel like people who played Dark Souls 1 first, they're like the same people that play Zelda Ocarina of Time. They have that nostalgia, they're attached to it, they feel like they're special, it's like the precious game. And technically Dark Souls 1 is probably almost perfect, or like, maybe, yeah, pretty damn close, or it's pretty freaking good. And because they played it, they judge every game upon that. Whereas my first game I played was Demon Souls. So when I played Dark Souls 1, I don't have that nostalgia because I've already played Demon Souls. And Demon Souls, I guess, had a lot less features than Dark Souls. There's a few things wrong with it, but I still love the game equal, no matter what. And what's it called? So when they play Dark Souls 2, they've got that nostalgia attached. It's kind of like, I'll give you a better example. Majora's Mask, right? So people love Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask came out and was weird, and it changed everything. They didn't like it. But I didn't have that when my first Zelda game I played was Link's Awakening. So when I played Ocarina of Time, I wasn't blown away by Zelda. I was just thought, oh wow, this is pretty cool. This game's pretty cool in 3D. Like they did a good job converting Link to the Past and Link's Awakening on Game Boy into 3D 64 game, and they did a great job. But yeah, that's for me of Dark Souls 2. They just compare it to Dark Souls 1. That it's just perfect in that to them. And I know it's got its faults and that, and some bosses are a bit stupid, or there's some dumb enemies or whatever. But I don't know, I still love it, and I still was satisfied playing it. I did not feel any disappointment at all. And like when I replayed the the Lost Sins, or it's called the Lost Sin on PS2 or PS4, sorry. I loved playing it all over again, and I fell in love with it even more. And and then doing the DLCs, man. Oh my god, the DLCs were so good. I couldn't believe it, like how much fun those like enemies were. Like not the enemies, just the areas. I thought they were so cool, and then the bosses were really fun as well. Especially like, I love Fume Knight. I think he looks so cool, and the lore behind Fume Knight as well. He's just a cool enemy. And then who else is cool? Besides Fume Knight. Oh, like the dragon that you fight. I don't know, man. I just love it. I just think it's an amazing game. And I'll defend it. If someone... Actually, no. I don't bother fighting. If someone doesn't like something and they have to fight about it on the internet, I just let them be. Life's too short to get into arguments. It really is. It really is the shortest thing ever. Yeah, so... Sorry, man. I'm just drifting out again. It's hard to play this game because I'm trying to concentrate as well, and I'm just trying to see if I like this or not. I like the colors, I like the art style. The gameplay's... The controls are fine, but I'm just saying, is the game fun? That's the main thing. Because Dark Souls was fun. Oh, and you know what? Did you guys ever play the game Lords of Fallen? The Dark Souls copy and paste? And like, I have no problem with games ripping off other games. When Grand Theft Auto came out, GTA 3 came out, and everyone's copying Grand Theft Auto, I had no problem with that. Like, even though it was like got a bit cliche in that, I was just happy to play someone else's perspective of that game, because I think Grand Theft Auto is amazing. It's a fun game. I love the storyline in that. I just want to see what people could do with it without Rockstar's touch, because I think Rockstar's actually a really good developer that actually cares about their games, unlike Activision and Call of Duty. And so, oh, who's screaming at me? I don't know where these enemies are coming from. It's a bit annoying. Oh, this guy's quick. Yeah, so playing... Oh, yeah, anyway. So I played Lords of Fallen, right? And when I played it, I didn't mind it. Cool. Alright, hopefully this gives me a bit more armor. I didn't mind the game. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad at all. It had its cool mechanics, but the music was so boring. The boss fights were very... I don't know, let's just say not fun. But then the worst thing about the game was... New Game Plus, no, it wasn't balanced. Like what I loved about Dark Souls is you can play it however the way you want to play. You can finish the game at level 1. You don't have to level up ever. You can, do this. So you can go strength build, dexterity build, faith build, hybrids of that. Some people go, oh, this build's OP and that doesn't work. Well, it doesn't matter. It still works in PvE when you're versing the enemies. You're allowed to play it however way you want to. But in Lords of Fallen, if you pick cleric class, you fucked up. You literally have to go. You have to go the what was it? That warrior class, or you have to go. It was a rat here. Or you have to go the what was it? What was that other class? The agility class, but you had to, because like certain weapons were really good. Oh gee. Okay, that was done by me. Oh, great. Drinking my unknown potion. Yay, I got poisoned again. Alright. Yeah, and the worst thing about the game was because I got the platinum trophy in it. And... What was I going to say? Fuck. I got the platinum trophy in it. And you have to finish the game 3 times. So you have to finish the game as each class. And... Dark Souls, when you replay the game on New Game Plus, it's a bit harder, but I still find it fun. But Lords of Fallen, because you couldn't you could only fight the bosses a certain way, and you have to do everything's a certain way. It was just so boring. And the worst thing ever was the final boss was literally, I don't say if it was impossible, but there was so many forums complaining about how glitchy and how unfair he was. And I could only kill him by cheating. Like, he was ridiculous. And yeah, look it up. Like, I can't explain it. It's too hard to explain over YouTube comments. I'd have to, like, me replaying the game. I'd never want to play the game ever again. If they make a number 2, I'll play it, because they might fix all the things that I didn't like about the game. But yeah, that final boss fucking sucked. I've never versed anything so bullshit in my life. Like, it was just so unfair. And yeah, that's how I feel about the game. It was just unfair. Sorry, like, playing a new game just the first time you play it, it was alright. It was fun. It was definitely not as good as Dark Souls. If there's anything I like close to Dark Souls, what's something similar to Dark Souls? I was trying to think. I don't remember. I want to play that Salt and Sanctuary. Audience at home, if you guys play Salt and Sanctuary, let me know. I've always wanted to play it. It looks sick. Like 2D Dark Souls, that's an instant sell to me. Like, why am I even playing it right now? Actually, I'm trying to focus on playing new games so you guys, you know, can see like what cool new games are coming out. Actually, I might end. We'll see. I don't know when I'll end the video. I still haven't decided. But yeah, like, yeah, I should. So I keep like stuttering and like I can't even talk right now. I guess I'm just trying to get ready for AFCON tomorrow. So, where are we? So you definitely can't bum rush. The combat's... Oh, fuck's sake. I might leave the episode there. The combat's it's a bit clunky. It's a little bit... It's not... Dark Souls is fluid. This is not. It's kind of fun. We'll see how we go. Guys, I'll leave the episode there. If you guys love the episode, give it a like, give it a share, help the channel grow. Like I said, we got to stick together, and it's the most important thing that you share videos and share it with your friends. Share it on on online communities like your Facebook, YouTube account, whatever. Because yeah, we really rely on word of mouth. When you're a new YouTuber, you really rely on word of mouth. Unless if you get like a lucky video that blows up and people just love your personality instantly and they all subscribe, then that's great. But that doesn't happen very often. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the episode there, guys. Peace out, guys.